Well, welcome back to my channel, Views in the Past, Present and Future, Professor Sleep here. Alright, so I'm going to be starting a new series and this is Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, a couple of things about this game is that it's one of the most accurate flight simulators out there, and it's kind of pricey depending on which edition you decide to get. The base game itself isn't really too bad, but it's still kind of around a normal price game. But the other two editions, however, will set you back by like at least twice the price of the base game. It's really expensive and I had trouble making a decision whether or not to buy it. But since it's released, there has been no sale for it, no discounts whatsoever up until recently, and I was conflicted on whether or not to buy it and which edition to get. So I decided to get this the third edition, I think, the third bundle, which includes everything inside it, and it really set me back by a bit. So I'm gonna make full use out of it. I'm gonna make a few streams based on this. Welcome back, Forth. Perfect timing. Yeah, I guess it is perfect timing. So before we start, let's see. So I'm going to try to actually do flight plans and fly from one airport to another within the next few days or something, if I can find the time. But before we get into flying around the world, we're going to start with flight training, because I don't know how comprehensive this simulator is. It's gonna be slightly complicated, maybe? I don't really know. I have no idea. I'm jumping into this. We're gonna learn fundamental skills and techniques to fly like a professional, so let's take a look at this. Basic, handling the basic steps to handle an aircraft. Takeoff and landing, practice getting into the air and safely back down again. VFR navigation, learn about visual flight rules and how to use the outside wall to navigate. Airliner training, step into the pilot seat of an Airbus A320neo. Maybe for the people out there who are actually plane enthusiasts, you guys would know some of these plane types and models and stuff. I'm not really familiar with any of these, although it's quite cool. I enjoy simulator games, and I've never paid for such an expensive simulator before. So we're gonna start with basic handling. Also, I'm playing on the high settings, ultra being the highest, so this is the second highest, if you guys are wondering. And I think I should add a couple more stuff. So the file size for this simulator is incredibly big. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's actually, for the one that I have right now, it's 137 gigabytes. So you might need that much space just to actually run it. Even if you get the base game, it's around like probably more than 130 gigabytes. So you're gonna have to take into consideration if you're planning to get it for yourself, which I actually think it's worth getting. I'm gonna see whether it's actually really good. Ducky, that's really dark. Also, welcome back to the channel. And yeah, that's a really dark joke. Okay, moving on. So looks like there's a lot of things from just one of these. Introduction, start with basic controls and cameras. Aircraft essentials, learn about yoke and reading basic instruments. Familiarization flights, a short taste of flight guided by the instructor. Attitude, also pitch, learn to use the elevators, turns, roll using the ailerons and rudder. Power settings, the basics of power management. Straight level flights, managing trim for smooth flights. Attitude test, to review the skills learned in previous lessons. Right, so we're going to start with introduction. Okay, that's a lot of words, a lot of numbers. Training in this first lesson will focus on the basic simulator controls that will help you manipulate your aircraft, adjust camera position both inside and outside the cockpit, enter instruments, and open the toolbar menu. Open the toolbar menu during flight, interact with the camera panel via the toolbar, using the cursor to highlight and enter cockpit instruments, creating, saving, and accessing custom camera views. 5-minute training duration. Alright, that's a good amount of duration. Hey Jeremy, welcome back. I'm not sure if I've already added you yet. I feel like I have. You just have to give me a friend code. Also, for every individual streams, I'm not going to be talking much about other games, but still, I will still respond if I think it has to be addressed. Okay, control, enter to fly. This is actually based off of real world planes, so I don't think there's anything with cannons. I should have looked at that loading screen. There were some tips, I think, on the different parts of the plane. So, yep, that's the plane, and this is the model, I think. Textron Aviation Cessna 152. No idea what that is or from where. I'm sorry to all the plane enthusiasts out there. Maybe you guys know better than I do, but I'm just here to enjoy the simulator. So let's get ready to fly.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor. For this lesson, we're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts. Fundamentals every pilot needs to know before hitting the skies. This is your plane, a classic, the Cessna 152. Take a look around it.
Take a look around. Learn about camera and cursor interactions. Look around the plane using shift, hold shift plus down. Okay, I'm guessing those are supposed to be arrow keys, but doing that. What am I doing wrong here? Oh hey Taki, welcome back. Did you buy the game or something? Also Jeremy, I think I've already added you. I don't know how many times you asked already. I think, yeah, I've already added you before. Shift down. What?
In the simulator, anytime you want, you can easily switch to cursor mode.
Okay, got it. Cursor mode, okay. Yeah, so basically it's not arrow keys. When they say down, up, left and right, it's actually the WASD.
The cursor is handy for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments.
They gotta chill.
As you can see, activating the cursor also displays the toolbar. The toolbar is a quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation. Try to find and open the basic controls panel.
I'm guessing that's a toolbar, but I'm not done yet with the first lesson. Oh my god, they're going ahead with... I'm not done yet. Why can't I see the other angles? I can only see the one when I press down. That's just weird. Alright then, well, I'm just gonna continue. If there's anything that I'm missing, I'm just gonna start this lesson again. Basic controls panel in the toolbar. Basic controls panel.
The basic controls panel is a useful reminder of the button layout for the devices you're currently using. Now try to find and open the camera panel in the toolbar.
There's no entry, so what am I supposed to...
The camera panel allows you to access the various views and camera modes of the simulation. Go ahead and close all the panels for now. Right now, we are in the external view mode. Let's switch to cockpit view next.
Switch to cockpit view, pressing N, so using the camera panel. I could either go to the camera panel or pressing N, which is much more convenient.
In front of you is the yoke, the primary means of controlling the aircraft. In the simulation, you'll be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals of choice. So let's hide the yoke for now.
With the cursor, point the yoke and hide it pressing. Can I actually... Oh, there we go. I have to use the middle mouse button to actually look around. So this is the view. Look at that, guys. This is on high settings. This actually feels like you can see the depth of the horizon. Even the person looks like an actual person. Just enjoying the view before I continue doing whatever it is that I'm supposed to do. Right, yoke. So this is a yoke.
Some instruments allow multiple interactions. For example, rotating a dial clockwise or counterclockwise. In these cases, you need to lock the cursor onto them in order to interact. For example, take a look at the clock in the middle of the dashboard.
I'm looking
Go
at
ahead
it.
and lock the cursor on it.
Lock the cursor on it. Lock the clock, not pressing. I'm pressing on it. What am I doing wrong?
Now change the clock time.
Okay, that's really small. Change your clock time, pressing mouse wheel down. So we're using axis X. So now it's in minutes.
You can unlock the cursor once you're ready.
So I have to hold down on the left mouse button while adjusting the clock. So, do I even need to use this?
For
I don't
now,
even
we're
know.
done with the cursor, so go ahead and hide it. Alright, as we've seen, when you want to look around you, it's easy to rotate the camera. But you can
Is it?
also move it freely in the cockpit to get a better view of anything you want to see. Even through a window to look outside.
I already did that. That was quick. Learn about camera modes and advanced controls. Move the camera using your right, left, down, up, alt. Move the camera using right.
Pro tip, once you find a camera position you like, you can save a shortcut to easily get back to that view anytime.
Save a custom view using Control Alt plus 1. Control Alt plus.
Now, reset the camera to its original position. Then try switching to your custom one again.
Yeah, back to pilot view, pressing Control Space. This is a lot of hotkeys I have to memorize. It's insane. Control Space. Okay, Control Space. Alt 1 anytime to call a custom camera.
Alright, that covers all the main camera functions available in the simulation. Try to familiarize yourself with them a bit more. Then reset the camera to its original position whenever you're done.
Camera done. Control Space. Set the camera done. So let's see. I think this should be it. Control Alt T. Alt 2. No, Alt 1. Alt 2. Okay, that makes sense. So the numbers are the different. Yep. Alright, Control Space.
Great.
Oh, well, that was quick. I didn't expect it to end that fast. Oh my god. Okay, one of the hotkeys is actually the same hotkey for me when I actually pause the stream, so that's just great. Congratulations, 10,000 best score. Okay, there's just lessons, so yep, I pressed the pause stream. Yeah, it's the same yeah, so I might have to change considering how much hotkeys there are in this simulator. It's gonna be hard. I didn't even have time to look at the chat because I had to pay attention to all this. I don't want to mess up when I actually start flying. I'm not familiar with Storm Warriors. What is that? Ducky. Those I don't think I can say out those jokes on this stream, so we'll just enjoy it among ourselves. Alright, so then about camera and cursor interactions. Done. Interactive cockpit is in a cursor. Done. Then about camera modes and advanced controls. I'm going to avoid that one hotkey, I suppose. That's gonna be, yeah. 10,000 points, yeah, back restart trading menu. Right, we're done with that. That's probably the highest available great or something. Aircraft essentials, learn about yoke and reading basic instruments. We're gonna start with the next one. Yes, ignore that piano stopping, starting repeatedly. Same place. Training, getting familiar with the aircraft, main controls and instruments. The yoke to control the ailerons and the elevator. The rudder pedals to control the rudder and steering on the ground. The throttle and RPM indicator. Tachometer, the airspeed indicator and altimeter. Training duration 4 minutes. Wow, that's 1 minute difference from the first lesson. Alright then. I think I took more than 5 minutes for the previous one. This is the yoke, which is like that controller thing, or the pedals, normal pedals, and the throttle is just on the right side. Okay, let's fly. This was the thing I missed. Aileron is the wing thing on top. 2 flaps right by the plane body, rudder. Oh, I missed that. Okay, it's fine.
Let's get you familiar with the aircraft, a Cessna 152, and a few commands to navigate it through the skies.
Discover
In front of you
controls.
is the yoke. The yoke is like a steering wheel, more or less. Turn it left or right to control the ailerons and bank the aircraft into turns. Look at the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons.
That's a lot of instructions that you could even fill up at the top right. Look at the end of the wings. By using shift down, shift up, shift left, shift right. Move the ailerons by using ailerons axis. What does that even mean? Shift down, shift up. The only thing working is a shift down. Why can't I use the other hotkeys? It makes no sense. Move the ailerons by using ailerons axis. What? I want to hide it. Alright, I need a hint. Simulator, please give me a hint. Where is the ailerons axis? Shift down. You're gonna be kidding me. I can't find...
Okay. Now, the difference between the yoke and a steering wheel is you can pull or push on the yoke. This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend. Look at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator.
To be honest, I don't even know how I completed the first one. Look at the horizontal tail at the back of the aircraft by using shift down, elevator by using elevator. Yeah, that still makes no sense. They need to be more precise with the instructions. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm pressing whatever I can. Oh look, there's a vehicle. Too bad we can't drive that here. But there's another one. I don't know anymore. What am I doing? Okay, I have to use the entire keyboard. Looks like. Elevator by using elevator axis. I need a hint.
Nice.
Nice.
Down at your
I don't even know what I
feet are
did.
the rudder pedals. They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals also control your brakes. In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly for small corrections, for coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to see the effect on the rudder.
Look at the vertical tail at the back of the aircraft by using and move the rudder by holding num 0. Okay. What is going on here? Okay.
Great. Last but not least, the throttle is located near the center of the cockpit. Pushing forward will increase power. Pulling back will decrease power. First, look at the throttle and select it.
Look at the throttle and select it. Look at the throttle and press. Okay.
Keep it selected and push it forward to increase power.
Push it forward. Alright.
Power is increased. Now, pull it back to decrease power.
I just did that.
Power is decreased. Now we'll do the same without focusing on it. Deselect the throttle.
Which
Look
I
away
did.
from the throttle and increase power.
Look away from the throttle. Oh, okay. Press F3. Yep. It's really using my entire keyboard. It's... Wow.
Set your throttle to idle.
Set my throttle to idle. Hold F2 to decrease throttle. Okay, so basically when I press F3, I don't have to hold it. That's convenient. Hold F2. Wait, I do have to hold it. Okay.
Excellent. When the engine is on, you'll be able to see the power change on your RPM indicator.
RPM
You'll find
indicator.
it on the right side of the dashboard.
That is cool. Okay. Look at the
This
RPM
tells you
indicator.
how fast the engine is spinning in hundreds of revolutions per minute.
That's what RPM stands for, guys.
Next, take a look at your current speed on the airspeed indicator. It's on the left in the main instrument panel.
Oh my god. That's a lot of stuff. Look at that
It
speed
measures
indicator.
the
Okay.
speed in knots. To check your altitude, look to the altimeter. It's on the right side of the main instrument panel. The
Looking at
altimeter
it.
has 3 hands, similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals, and the long, thin one, 10,000-foot intervals. That's all for today. Next time, we'll see how it feels in the air.
My brain just went poof, like I'm have to digest so much information within a short amount of time before they actually move on to the next lesson, or if I actually press something I don't intend to press and it just continues to the lesson. Hey April, welcome back. And welcome back as well, Dormy. This yeah. It's really pricey, like alright, it's one thing that is pricey. At the same time, you have to be sure that your hardware can actually support this. Like, I think it's very... Yeah, it's a very big simulator. It's 137 gigabytes. I had to install it on my SSD just to get the best out of it. Right, that's 10,000 points again. I don't think I could actually fail this. So the first half of this aircraft essentials didn't make any sense to me. Not that the mechanics, but the hotkeys and the view and stuff just doesn't make sense. I might have to go back to it to figure out what it is. Hey Barker, welcome back. Yeah, it's to be very precise, it's 137 gigabytes. And even if you just get the basic, this is the full edition, like I bought the third bundle, which includes everything. But if you get just the basic one, it's still more than 130 gigabytes. Yeah, so it's insane. This is really huge. It took me a few hours to download the whole thing. Familiarization flight, a short taste of flight guided by the instructor. I think I'm going in the right way, yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna have to remember what I just learned, as well as learning new stuff. Training this lesson, you will get familiar with the aerial surroundings of Sedona and perform some simple maneuvers under close supervision from your instructor. Quick view to look around, smart cam to automatically focus on the points of interest, in this case Sedona Airport, pitch up and down, and turns. Training duration 5 minutes. That's a lie. It's not gonna be 5 minutes. Well, I'm glad I have a flight instructor. Also, this feels like I'm actually going to flight school. There's a lot of things to take note. All the indicators and stuff. I'm already in mid-air. Alright then.
I've got to say, you chose a great day to go flying.
I did.
This session, we'll get started with some basic controls. Sound good?
Good. Oh, there's no one flying with me.
First things first, let's get familiar with your surroundings. Out your side windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today.
Doing. Use the QE2 by holding control left. Control left.
This is Red Rock
Control
territory.
right. Okay.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yep, I think so.
See if you can spot the Sedona
The
airport.
mountains.
The runway should be a pretty easy landmark to find.
Use the smart cam by holding S. I think that's the airport. I could be wrong. Smart cam by holding
There
S.
you go. Visual confirmation on the airport.
Well, I got it right. Enjoy the view as the instructor flies to the next step. Alright. I'm enjoying this. I'm not the one flying, so have more time to look around the environment. That's a lot of stuff. Recommendation for a game, Factorio. I think I've seen it around before. I might have to check the game again later on. I don't know where it's
We
for.
already
It might
talked
be
about basic
AFK as well.
controls while we were on the ground. Time to see how it all feels in the air. The aircraft is currently set to a cruise attitude, the position it should be in for regular flight. Alright, now let's try banking into a turn by moving the yoke. I'll go first.
Wow. That's so smooth. Look at that turn.
As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
30 degrees. How am I supposed to check that? 30 degrees. 30 degrees. I'm sure there's an
Go ahead
indicator
and
for
try
that.
rolling to the right. You have
okay.
controls.
Aircraft is under user control.
Turn
Hey,
right
no,
toward the city
wait.
of Sedona.
How am I supposed to turn it? No, that's camera. Am I doing this right? Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh, yo, wait, what? Nope, that's not good. That's not good. Nope. Yo. Oh my god. I flipped. I'm doing a barrel roll. Wait.
Make sure any control movements are soft and gentle.
I don't know what I'm doing.
As we're
No.
flying towards Sedona, let's try climbing up and down.
Okay, I haven't pressed anything yet. Still.
Gently pull on the yoke to climb. Give it a try.
Wait. I'm. Stop right there. Stop right. No.
Next time, be
That's not a
bit
good
more
sound.
gentle on the controls.
I'm trying to be gentle. You have to give me instructions.
For the descent,
Oh,
it's
oh
the
no.
same principle, except you're pushing on the yoke.
Well.
Go ahead, gently pinch down.
This is not the thing you want to see when you're trying out flight school. This, okay. I probably should have checked
Next
for...
time, be a bit more gentle on the controls.
You gotta tell me what to
Okay,
do.
time
Wait,
to find the airport again. Look around, and when you found it, make a turn in that direction.
how am I supposed to do that? It's
Make
not
sure
stopping.
any control movements are soft and gentle.
RIP. I collided with an object and caused critical damage to the aircraft. Okay, that's not good. Not good at all. Restart. I don't exactly know, like...
I've got to say, you chose a great day to go flying. This session, we'll get started with some basic controls. Sound good? First things first, let's get familiar with your surroundings. Out your side windows, You can see we have great visibility over Sedona today.
I'm just gonna speed run through the first few
This is Red
instructions.
Rock territory. Beautiful, isn't it?
Not
See if you can spot
really.
the Sedona airport.
No, this is what
The
kind of
runway
everything
should
else.
be a pretty easy landmark to find. There you go. Visual confirmation on the airport.
I'm more worried about how I'm supposed to control the aircraft. Soon enough. I'm almost there. I'm supposed to turn right and oh, I think I know what's the problem. Okay. Almost there, almost there. Okay, it's gonna do a right turn for me before I have to do it myself. Hey Shadow Gaming, welcome back. I'm going to be reducing my zone
We
trail
already
streams.
talked about basic controls while we were on the ground. Time to see how it all feels in the air.
As
The
I was saying,
aircraft is currently set to a cruise attitude.
I'm not going to interrupt the
position it
instructor.
should be in for regular flight. Alright, now let's try banking into a turn by moving the yoke. I'll go first.
Alright, as I was saying, I'm going to be reducing my zone trail streams for now because the quality of the battle pass is reducing. Like, I can see it's very, yeah, it's very, I don't know if they put in much
As a
effort, that's
general
one
rule,
thing.
You always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Yeah, 30 degrees, I don't even know where. Oh, I can zoom in. Okay, that's cool.
Go
Right.
ahead and try rolling to the right.
It's gonna
You
be under
have
my control now.
controls.
Use the control, okay.
Turn right, toward the city of Sedona.
Turn right. Turn right. I think I'm doing it right. Right is right. To the city of Sedona. Right, that's smooth.
Make
that's
sure any control movements are soft and gentle. As we're flying towards Sedona, let's try climbing up and down. Gently pull on the yoke to climb. Give it a try.
I'm trying to move it. Oh, okay. I think I have to tap it. Gently pull back on yoke. Increase pitch number 2.
That's good. For the descent, it's the same principle, except you're pushing on the yoke.
Pushing on the yoke.
Go ahead. Gently pitch down.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, alright. That's what I needed. They should have told me sooner.
That's good. Okay, time to find the airport again. Look around, and when you found it, make a turn in that direction.
Nope, that's not good. That's good. Find and turn towards the airport. Alright, so it looks like one of my keys might be broken, and that's a problem because I might have to use a whole keyboard just for this. This is what happens when you play games too much and keyboard goes through a process of wear and tear. Might have to get a new keyboard. Alright, this is smooth, I think. Fine, go towards the airport. Wait. Nope, 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 nope. Everything's under control, everything's under control.
Make sure any control movements are soft and gentle. Now that you're more familiar with the aircraft and the surroundings, the next step is to go deeper into handling and techniques. Soon enough, you'll be able to enjoy trips all on your own.
I hope so. I'm not even making past a flight school. What? Okay, this time around I didn't... Turning your bank bank your plane into a turn towards the city of Sedona, pitching up and down, gently pushing the yoke to pitch your plane up and down. I have to do that. Well, okay, not good at all. So I suppose I could revisit it myself at some point. Just gonna continue attitude pitch, learn to use elevators. Training attitude refers to the aircraft's nose position relative to the horizon. There are 3 pitch attitudes controlled by the elevator, and in this lesson you will learn to climb, cruise and descend. In the image to the right, the dashed lines represent where you will see the horizon in your windshield during a climb or descent. You'll also discover the relationship between pitch and speed. Pitching up will cause the speed to decrease, while pitching down makes speed increase. Okay. Descent attitude, cruise attitude, climb attitude, okay. Alright. I am ready to fly.
To help demonstrate pitch, I've drawn 3 lines on the windshield. Notice how the middle line matches the horizon while we're flying level. This is the cruise attitude. The lower dotted line is the climb attitude, and the upper one is the descent attitude. Let's dig deeper into what that means. Pull back gently on the yoke until the climb attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
Place the lower line onto the horizon using elevators for access.
According to your altimeter, we're gaining altitude. But we're losing airspeed, proving you can't avoid basic physics while making a climb. That's good. Now let's level back out.
Place the cruise attitude line back into the horizon using elevator access.
Our speed is increasing and our altitude is stable.
I'm getting the hang of this, I think.
That's good.
Thank you.
Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
Gotta maintain that, I think.
As expected, with a nose down attitude, our altitude is decreasing, while our speed is picking up. Great. Okay, bring us back to level flight. Now your speed is decreasing and your altitude is stable. Nice. Try to make only small adjustments to your pitch to avoid overcorrection.
That's what I've been doing. I've been doing overcorrection. Oh, look at that. Okay. I think I did better for this one. Pitch and climb, maintain the low line on the horizon. How am I supposed to get A for this? Like, how do they actually count the points? Well, at least I didn't crash this time. I'm gonna do turns, roll into ailerons and rudder. Let's go. Training duration 2 minutes. Training to turn, you'll have to move the yoke in the direction you want to go and maintain the side slip ball centered with a small rudder correction. Like for climb or descent and altitude, our position of the horizon and the windshield will help you maintain the desired performances. You can confirm the bank angle with the notches at the top of the attitude indicator. Each notch represents 10 degrees. I think that's degrees, yep. Okay, so the turn attitude, the angles you can count from the nose of the plane, I suppose, to the horizon. Side slip, ball centered. Okay, bank angle. Right, so that's the indicator for the angles. gonna have to keep it at less than 30 degrees. That's what they said. Ready to fly.
For this lesson, we're going to use a line drawn on the windshield to indicate the cruise attitude.
Well, that's very
I've
useful.
also added another dotted line to help you bank properly for left turns. Gently move the yoke to the left until the dotted line matches up with the horizon. Then maintain that bank.
I'm not maintaining it.
Keep working on it, you'll get better.
Hopefully.
Watch your altitude. It wasn't constant during the turn. Now let's see you level back out.
Leveling back out is easy. Doing the turn
good.
is not as easy
Remember
as it
to
is.
maintain altitude while leveling off. For the next step, turning to the right, let's see how you do on your own without any markings. At the top of your attitude indicator, there's a series of notches representing 10 degrees each. As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Copy that.
Start
Under 30
banking right
degrees.
until you're lined up with the second notch to the right on the attitude indicator. Then maintain that 20-degree bank while remaining at the same altitude until I ask you to stop.
Until she asked me to stop. Well, I stopped unintentionally. You have to turn again and
Keep working on it, you'll get better. Keep working to maintain a constant altitude during the turn.
this
Level
looks
us
right,
back
I
out
think.
now. That's okay.
It's okay. I'm trying my best
Remember
here.
to maintain altitude while leveling off. Additional practice will help, don't worry.
I'm really worried.
Small corrections on the yoke will lead to more accurate turns.
Small adjustments to the yoke, I think. Yeah. Okay, I guess my grades are getting lesser and lesser. From A to B and then now to C. Okay, turn left. Maintain the dotted line on the horizon while keeping constant altitude. Place the cruise attitude line onto the horizon while maintaining constant altitude. Maintain a 20-degree turn to the right while keeping constant altitude. Okay, great. The next one, power settings, the basics of power management. Training duration 2 minutes. Training the throttle is a command to adjust the aircraft power setting displayed on the RPM tachometer. In this exercise, you'll maintain the same cruise attitude and increase the RPM to see the effects of power change on the airspeed and altitude. Alright. Measures in hundreds. 20 equals 2000 RPM. I am ready to fly. Let's go.
Let's talk about the throttle. If you have the need for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine. In the Cessna 152, that relates directly to the RPM displayed on the tachometer.
Got it.
Pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800.
Maintain cruise altitude line on horizon. I didn't do that. That's automatic. Set 1800 RPM by reducing power, holding F2. Holding F2. Am I doing it right? Yep. I don't really know how much I reduced to. Oh, wait. Nope.
Look how your speed and altitude are also decreasing. Excellent. Okay, let's throttle back up to 2400 RPM.
Right. Full throttle.
Your speed is increasing now.
That's
As
a lot
long
of
as you
things to look
maintain the
at.
same attitude, your altitude will keep climbing as well. Nice.
Nice.
That was excellent.
Was it though?
With piston planes like this Cessna, it's common to have power targets defined in RPM.
And this is why you need 2 pilots in the cockpit. It's a lot of things. I mean, smaller aircrafts, I guess. 1 pilot would be enough, but for the bigger airlines, yeah, that's why you need two pilots on board. Welcome back, Joker and Jahui. Okay, I actually got A for this. That's amazing. Onwards to the next one. Straight and level flights. Managing trim for smooth flights. Familiarize yourself with the attitude, pitch and power relationship. Changing one or both will result in a difference in speed, altitude or heading. Altitude plus power equal performance. You'll also discover the trim wheel to help you maintain a desired attitude. Accelerate, decelerate at level altitude. Refine aircraft handling skills. Okay. Look at that. That's a lot of indicators. That's the airspeed one. This is the attitude. That's the altimeter. Vertical speed indicator measures hundreds, 5 equal 500 feet per minute. I don't know what that is. Okay. Heading indicator measures in tenths, 3 equal 30 degrees. Control instruments, performances, instruments. That's, we have 2 controls, and the rest are performances. Alright. Ready to fly.
In this lesson, let's take a look at the relationship between attitudes and power settings. Attitude plus power equals performance. We are currently at 5,500 feet in a cruise attitude. The aircraft's nose is positioned under the horizon and cruise power is at 2,300 RPM. Try to reduce power to 2,000 RPM while maintaining 5,500 feet.
What does that even mean? Okay, maintain altitude at 5,500 feet using elevator access. Reduce power to hold RPM.
Go ahead, lower
okay.
your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
I'm doing it right. I don't really know. How much exactly am I?
Great. You probably noticed, to maintain altitude, you need to pitch the nose up. You could just keep pulling on the yoke to hold steady, but that's not really a precise means of control. Probably better to adjust your trim wheel until you don't need to push or pull on the yoke. Drag the trim down when you need to set the nose up. Drag it up to set the nose down. Try adding trim to keep us at 5,500 feet without increasing throttle.
I am confused. That's...
Try it out. Trim the aircraft to maintain 5,500 feet.
Stop pulling in number 1.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You probably noticed, to maintain altitude, you need need to pitch the nose up.
I don't
You
know
could
by
just
how
keep
much.
pulling on the yoke to hold steady, but that's not really a precise means of control. Probably better to adjust your trim wheel until you don't need to push or pull on the yoke. Drag the trim down when you need to set the nose up. Drag it up to set the nose down.
Affirmative.
Try adding trim to keep us at 5,500 feet without increasing throttle.
Am I doing it right? Trim to stop pulling on your yoke. I think I'm climbing up. I think I'm doing it right. Hopefully.
You put your plane in a dangerous
Oh,
situation.
no.
You probably noticed, to maintain altitude, you need to pitch the nose up. You could just keep pulling on the yoke to hold steady, but that's not really a precise means of control. Probably better to adjust your trim wheel until you don't need to push or pull on the yoke. Drag the trim down when you need to set the nose up. Drag it up to set the nose down. Try adding trim to keep us at 5,500 feet without increasing throttle.
This simulator requires a lot of focus. What is going on? Right, okay. This... I'm not getting this right. I'm trying to complete the second objective, but it's only completing one at a time. So I think I'm supposed to do both at the same time. This is just confusing. I don't get it. ATC, I need assistance.
Keep working on it, you'll get better.
That took way too long. I don't think I need a trim wheel. What's a trim wheel for
Increase
anyways?
power to 2,300 RPM while maintaining 5,500 feet. Get us back to a cruise attitude.
Am I doing it right? Not only did I not increase it to 2,300 RPM, I lost the altitude. There we
That's
go.
okay.
I have to be
Now,
very
adjust the
precise.
trim.
Maintain altitude at 5,500 feet. Okay. Trim the aircraft down to stop pushing on the yoke using number 7.
Trim the aircraft to maintain 5,500 feet. You left the training airspace. You need to go back.
I did.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Not intentional.
Now, adjust the trim. You put your plane in a
Whoops.
dangerous situation.
Press the wrong button there.
Now, adjust the trim. You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Too many times.
Now,
Too
adjust the
many
trim.
times.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
I know that.
Now, adjust the trim.
Oh, yeah. I'm pressing the wrong button. That explains why. Wrong button again.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation. Now, adjust the trim. You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
How do I not?
Now, adjust the trim.
I'm definitely not using the trim. This is just too frustrating. I'm using the trim alright. I used the trim and it's not counting as me using it. Like, I'm gonna get low points for this. At this rate I'm going out of the area where I'm supposed to be doing this flight thing. I'm using num 7. What's the matter with this? Well, this is taking a while. Can I get some in-flight service? Because
Keep working on it. You'll get better.
finally,
Additional practice will help. Don't worry.
I am really
The way
worried.
I was taught, when you adjust the trim, you make course changes at first to remove pressure on the yoke. Then small adjustments to find the perfect setting to keep your desired attitude. If you feel your pitch slipping and need to get back to the proper attitude, don't worry. Just pull on the yoke, then dial in the right trim. That's the key to straight and level flight.
Okay, I think that makes sense. Yep, it's a C. Well, Totally fine. I'm gonna do this. Attitude test, review the lessons learned in the previous skills learned in the previous lessons. Let's find one for the first parts of the lessons, I think. In this test we will review the attitudes by combining a climb and a turn. We will then review the power settings and straight level of flight by reducing the power while maintaining the heading and altitude. Well, that's a lot of things. Okay, elevators, lift, airspeed and altitude, ailerons, lift direction. Okay, rudder, directional balance. Bunch of physics stuff here. I guess if you're really good with this whole controls and stuff, you'll be able to enjoy it more. Right now, I'm just trying to understand the whole thing.
The art of maneuvering a plane through the air isn't a mystery to you anymore. Now it's time to test the skills you've learned. As you can see, we're cruising at 6,000 feet on a north heading of 360 degrees. Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading.
Where exactly that it says that we're flying at that high?
When you feel ready, start descending. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed.
Maintain heading north. Okay. Slight adjustments. There we go. Okay. Maintain descend to 5,500 feet using elevated access. I lost north again. Okay, I'm back at north. Alright, descend to 5,500 feet.
If your speed is in the yellow arc of the airspeed indicator, reduce throttle to idle and pull gently on the yoke to slow down.
There's too many stuff to control. There we go, there we go.
That's good. Now climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 152, you need full power to climb effectively.
Hopefully I'm doing this right. Almost there, I think. South heading. There we go, there we go. Okay. Turn too much, turn too much.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation. Now climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 152, you need full power to climb effectively.
Full power, okay. I'm going full throttle on this.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
I noticed.
Now climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading.
I'll climb when
On
I'm
the
done
Cessna
turning.
152, you need full power to climb effectively. Make sure any control movements are soft and gentle.
I'll try to keep that in mind, but
Now
it's
climb to
hard.
6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 152, you need full power to climb effectively. You can start the climb when you're ready.
Most certainly I'm not. Okay, getting to south a bit more, just a bit more, and we're done. Okay, got it. And climb to 6,000 feet. Am I at 6,000 feet? Maintaining south is really hard, or just maintaining one direction very precisely is really hard. I suppose I could just use a trim wheel. If I don't climb to 6,000 feet, am I looking at the wrong indicator? Maybe.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
How could this happen?
Now climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading.
I'll turn
On the
first.
Cessna 152, you need full power to climb effectively.
Going full throttle on this.
You can start the climb when you're ready. You can start the climb when you're ready.
I'm not ready. Just a bit more to maintain the south heading, and there we go.
You can
Insert
start the
chef's
climb when
kiss.
you're ready.
Climb 6,000 feet. Okay.
You can start the climb when you're ready. You put your plane in a
Oh,
dangerous
no.
situation. Now climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 152, you need full power to climb effectively.
So I guess I have to be tapping a lot more just to be very accurate with where I'm going, and that's just... Have I not climbed to 6,000 feet? I really don't know if I'm doing this right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Gonna have to check where...
That's good. The
Yeah.
turn was good, but try to climb faster in the future. All right, next exercise. Maintain your heading of 180 degrees. Stay at 6,000 feet and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
Maintain heading south using Earth's axis. That's...
Go ahead and reduce your speed. Go ahead and reduce your speed.
I'll do that in a sec. I'm just trying to get the plane going south.
Go ahead and reduce your speed.
Alright. I think I'm supposed to go down, because this is probably not at 6,000 feet. And I don't have the indicator for it, I don't see it.
Go ahead and reduce your speed.
I'll reduce my speed when I feel like it.
Go ahead and reduce your speed. Go ahead and reduce your speed.
I'm trying to do just that. It's almost there, I think. Almost at 80 knots. And bingo.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Review straight and level flight to better manage your speed and altitude. Additional practice will help, don't worry.
I don't know how much practice I would need just to be good at this. Well, it's a C for that. Hey Julie Mitchum, welcome to the stream. So I've done everything for the first part and I've only gotten 72% mastery for this. That's just wow, okay. I don't even know if I could actually get 100% for this. But at least I went through all the lessons. I think I got the idea of it, but I don't really know if I could actually apply it for an actual, not an actual flight, but for the flight plans, which I'll be doing hopefully soon. So let's see whether... Oh, that's 7 lessons for this. That's 5. And that's 2. So there's a big airline. Kind of commercial flights where normal passengers would take. Okay, that's... Alright, I don't know if I should do everything at once. I think I'll split them up. So this has been an hour of the first part of the flight training, the basic handling. I think I'll split them up into different streams or videos. So I'll do all this in a separate, to make it more, I guess, shorter for every stream or video. So I'll do this one for the next part of this series. So as you guys can see, I had some trouble with the basic handling. And I had trouble with the basic, like it's really difficult to control a plane. So, you know, if you guys have a chance to get to try yourself, you should do that. You can actually experience how hard it is for me to actually control it, just with a keyboard and mouse. Who knows how much difficult it could be for an actual plane. That's why pilots get paid a lot, I believe. Alright, this is going to be the end for the first part of the flight training. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you're still up where you pass your bedtime, Professor Sleep tells you to sleep. This is Professor Sleep signing out.